Hello. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Tesla's upcoming event 1010. I'm in my truck right now. This is kind of a different setup for me. Let's just give this a try. You know, I don't know. Do I need to shut my truck off? I got this headset on. We'll see how this goes. But shoot. So Tesla's 1010 event is coming up, and this is about Robotaxi. It's not about this other car, this low price car. I think a lot of analysts are going to be disappointed. Elon Musk called this a Robotaxi event. We Robot called it Cybercab. This is about autonomous vehicle. It is other version of let's just think about this. To Elon Musk, why is another version that important? I would even say it's probably time to start thinking about getting rid of the Model S. On full self-driving, it's time to really think about what the semi is going to be. Like I've said before, a full self-driving semi changes the world. It's the most important thing. I'm going to turn my truck off. Let's see if this is going to sound better. So let's hear. I just found this guy. I'm sorry, I don't even know what his name is, but he does a very good video. Let's hear what he has to say.
No, it's a Robotaxi event. They're going to be launching the Robotaxi. They may say that we're going to be launching Robotaxi in 6-12 months, but it doesn't mean you can buy it. It's going to be Tesla for anyways. Let's just dive into this video because these analysts are not going to be happy on Robotaxi Day. They're not, because this is a product launch for Robotaxi. Let's check out this video by an analyst, a respected analyst who he's a bull. He's a bull. Never mind Gary Black. This guy, he is a bull of Tesla, but he's in the Wall Street. So he has to be, he has to be an analyst. He has to do what other people are doing, but he's a bull. And this is his thoughts. If this is his thoughts, imagine what the others are. Let's take a listen right after you smash that like button, man, and subscribe because sheesh moment, man. Let's just get down to it.
Let's get more on Tesla's numbers with Deepwater Asset Management's Gene Munster. Gene, good to have you with us. You think another model will be announced?
I do, Melissa. I actually think there'll be 3 models. That cheaper model that we're just talking about, I think that they'll have a robo van. We'll call that something that's way off. And then, of course, the Robotaxi. So I'm going to this thinking we'll have 3 models. I do agree with Phil that.
So let's talk a little bit about the thought process. I think the lower price Tesla, we don't even have a name for it. So how can it's just not there yet. If they bring it out into the United States, it's going to be a separate event. I think that a lower price car built and based on this same platform as the Robotaxi would probably be released in China and go pretty big in China before it even considers coming to the United States and probably Europe. That would be a smart way to do it. I would get rid of the Model S, just phase it out. It's not important anymore. The Model Y needs to be updated. The Model X needs to be updated. And go from there. It's just, here's what's going to happen is the 1010 event is going to be the biggest thing, ever announcement. This new age that we're going into is the biggest thing that's ever happened to mankind, and people aren't going to get it. They just don't believe the Robotaxi part of it. They think it's going to look like Waymo, where it's released, it goes into one city, and 5 years later it's into another city, and another 2 years after that it's just they don't see it the way that Elon Musk sees it and what the plan is. And Elon Musk said, if you're not, if you don't believe it, then don't invest in Tesla. And he means that. So let's hear what else.
Light on details. If you just look at the setup of the event, the number of people that will be there, this is not analysts.
I don't disagree with light on details. A lot of the stuff can be figured out. And I know people want to know, how much it's going to be. And I think the app, and I think there'll be a basic price. I do think Elon Musk is wrong about one thing. I think a lot of prima donna Tesla owners will not like the general public in their vehicle. I personally believe friends and family is going to be a bigger selection.
A launch party, and so you can imagine Elon getting up there talking in kind of a very high level and not giving much substance around details. The one detail that I'm going to be hyper focused on is that cheaper $25,000 car when they expect to ramp production.
Right off the bat, he says he expects 3 vehicles: Robotaxi, which we know, Robovan, okay, and then the $25,000, $30,000 vehicle. It could be it could be the same vehicle as a Robotaxi. I know a lot of viewers and comments have been saying that hey, this Robotaxi or this $25,000 and $30,000 vehicle is gonna be the Robotaxi, but with the steering wheel and pedals. But why would Tesla mention it? You know what I mean? The Osborne effect is going to be insane, which I don't think they're going to.
I don't think Elon thinks of it as like an Osborne effect. It's like, oh, we can't mention it. It's just not time for it yet. It's not that important. It's just not time for it. It's like, this is about robotaxi, about autonomous vehicles. It's not about a cheaper vehicle. People are just so used to a car being a car. Transportation is no longer the same. All these people are comparing, their F-150 or their Chevy Silverado to the Cybertruck. It's like a different kind of situation. It's a different vehicle. It's a different experience. We can't compare the old to what's coming in the future. It's just a different mindset.
To be saying that, let alone mentioning it. But here's the part that he says, if you guys just listen to what he said that what he is, and majority of the Wall Street analysts are too, are hyper focused on is not the Robotaxi. It's a $25,000, $30,000 vehicle. Oh my God. If this was a $25,000, $30,000 vehicle product launch, Tesla would say this is a $25,000, $30,000 vehicle product launch, but they're saying it's a Robotaxi. It's completely different. And the crazy part is,
see, I like this guy. I'm a new fan. It's like we're saying the same thing. We're frustrated about I want the stock to go up. I'm a recent investor in Tesla, and I've been doing this. I've been involved in this for over 10 years, and I'm probably more of a bull than a lot of the Tesla bulls that you see on YouTube. Recently, they had a thing where they were talking about, what would be a disappointment on the 1010. And I'm thinking there is no disappointment at 1010. Nothing. There's absolutely nothing. The only way that I would be disappointed is if Elon Musk got up there and said, here's our new cyber cab. We have a lot of LiDAR on this, and it's run on diesel. I would be disappointed in that. I'd be very disappointed. But he's not going to say that. He's not going to say it's a bunch of LiDAR and it's ran on diesel. There is no disappointment. Now, if you could be disappointed and could have been sharper and smarter and people got it faster, yeah, probably, but who cares? They're going to get it sooner or later. And if they're going to be stupid, and if it's going to take time for the bump or the stock to go up or people to get excited about it, it's going to take time. I think a lot of these bulls have been on YouTube and putting themselves out there, and they're talking about how this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And granted, Elon Musk announced full self-driving like many times. They're almost there. I personally never got too excited about that until now. Now is the time to get excited. It's like they have a system that's working, it's growing. Even if it takes a few more years, 2 more years before we have a full self-driving robotaxi on the road, I'm okay with that. And I don't think it's going to take 2 more years. I think by the end of next year, it's going to be pretty exciting. I think into 2026, people are just going to know there's a difference. So Yep. I'm excited. We're into October. I had to do a video in my truck, and